English 121, Close versus Critical Reading. There are two kinds of thinking and writing that will be essential to your college-level reading of difficult texts. The first of these is close reading, which is your ability to listen carefully to a text, to recognize its parts and their functions, and to summarize its ideas accurately and concisely. The next type of reading and thinking is critical reading, which is your ability to formulate strong responses to texts by interacting with them, either by agreeing with, interrogating, or even actively opposing them. Close reading and critical reading work hand in hand. You must first fully understand a text before you can challenge or question it. As an active reader, you must develop the ability to read both for and against the grain of a text. When you read with the grain of a text, you are open to the author's argument and perspective. You actively apply the text's insights to other contexts, and you connect the text ideas to your own personal experience and knowledge. On the other hand, when you read against the grain of a text, you resist the text by questioning its points, raising doubts, analyzing the limits of its perspective, considering its rhetorical situation, and even refuting the text's very argument. Readers who respond to texts this way are reading rhetorically. They are aware of the effect a text is intended to have on them, and they critically consider that effect, entering into or even challenging the text's intentions. This is what the rhetorician Carl Rogers calls empathetic listening, which is where readers try to see the world through the author's eyes, role-playing as much as possible the author's intended audience, adopting their beliefs and values, and acquiring their background knowledge. Reading against the grain is a key part of creating a strong response. Readers who read with the grain always listen to the text empathetically and withhold any judgments. They extend and support the author's thesis with their own examples and apply the author's argument in new and different ways. On the other hand, readers who read against the grain of a text will challenge, question, resist, and perhaps even rebut the author's ideas with counter-reasoning and counter-examples. They will even point out what the author has left out or overlooked, or even purposefully not said. Keep these strategies in mind when reading texts closely and critically in English 121.